Talk us through the match a little bit. Obviously, it didn't start as well, but everything switched after the second.
Yeah, obviously not normal to go down 8-0 and then start playing tennis, but I was able to really reset and relax after getting that first game and really just allowed myself to start playing tennis. And then I feel like as the match went on, I just started playing better and better and believing in myself even more and just really going after my shots and somehow managing to win that one.
Hi, Maddie. What was going through your mind those first 8 games? Did they go so fast? Did you feel they were going fast, or like what were you telling yourself?
They were going incredibly fast, but also incredibly slow. And at one point it was like, wow, this is embarrassing. Like, we got to figure something out. But I think eventually I was just like, I'm just going to start going for things. And I'm going to start just trying to focus on myself and my game and just try to get into every single game and just try to make things competitive. And then once I did that, it felt like the momentum switched really quickly, and being able to get even just a 2-all in the second set, all of a sudden I felt like, okay, I'm actually really in this and I can win this match.
I haven't seen you this year, so I kind of want to catch up a little bit. You started your season late because you had a shoulder problem. Can you just walk us through the time you were away and kind of why are things clicking right now, do you feel?
So I actually was prepping to go to Australia, and I think it was maybe like 2 weeks before I was going to Australia, I ended up tearing my lat and kind of basically had to shut down for a few weeks and have really just tried to slowly rebuild. And to be totally honest, I've been kind of dealing with a shoulder issue for the last 2.5 years. It just has been kind of a thing that every couple of weeks is there. So it was actually great that I was able to finally take the time and rehab it properly and actually have some time off to do everything that I wanted to do and build back that strength and really just kind of have the mentality that I'm going to take as much time as I need to get through the rest of the season. So being able to do that was great, and then started at Indian Wells, and I feel like it's always so hard to start. I feel like you always feel like you're a little bit behind and you're trying to catch up, and there was definitely some of that pressure, along with, you play really great people basically from the first round. So it was definitely not the easiest start, but being able to get some wins in a row here has been awesome, and I feel like I'm starting to finally get my feet wet and get some momentum.
Maddie, congratulations. I won't go through the whole clay thing spiel that we've done for the last 10 years with you before, but you are the third American to make the semifinals of both Madrid and Rome. The first two were Serena and Venus, so it's quite a rare...
Oh, wow.
It's a rare accomplishment, clay court Maddie. But this tournament seems like in a lot of ways it's set up perfectly for you because of the altitude, because it does reward aggressive styles of play. Has that kind of been your relationship with this tournament intellectually? Maybe not results-wise, but intellectually, no? What has been your relationship with this tournament in the past?
My literally entire career, everyone's been like, you'll love Madrid. It's amazing. You're going to do so well there. And I've lost first or second round, except for once, every single year. And I was like, I don't think that's true. So I think I want to go to Rome where it's really heavy and rainy, and I think I like it better there, even though I say I don't like clay. But yeah, I guess this year it's finally clicking, and maybe it is suited for my game, or at least this Madison's game.
When you say this Madison's game, how does this Madison differ from
She's
previous
older
Madisons?
and wiser.
What are you feeling you bringing to the court, in that kind of maybe different headspace, being older, being wiser, coming back from injury? Does it feel less pressure playing through? Does it feel the same?
I feel like I would say the pressure is probably the same, but I think I'm finally just I'm not forcing it. I think having been told all of this time, oh, you're going to love Madrid, you'll do really well there, I kind of came in with not even extra pressure, but just I was trying to force something to happen. And I think, as everyone knows, when you're trying to force something to happen, it seems like it gets further and further away from you. So finally really just honestly saying F it, and I'm just going to go out, I'm going to do my best, and we'll see what happens. And then I really feel like I've finally been able to kind of work myself into playing some good tennis here.
So you say you don't like clay, but actually your results on the surface are good. I don't know if you are aware of that or you remember that, but like you made semis in art, you know your results, semis in RG, final Rome, all that. So I'm wondering, is it more that you're just a big match player, a big tournament player, so if you're going to go to a big tournament, you'll do good anyway? Or is it you are actually good on clay? Like, how do you explain it?
I think, you know, it's the way that I kind of want points to go, you know, big hitting, flat, fast, all of that. I just kind of, it's like, yeah, grass feels easy. It's always kind of just felt natural. Fast, hard courts, I mean, obviously growing up on those are the most comfortable for me. But I think for so long on clay, I was constantly trying to change my game to fit clay versus just playing tennis on clay and, you know, making some minor tweaks here or there. And I think I'm a fairly good natural mover on clay. So I think I've finally just stopped fighting it and really leaning into it and begrudgingly loving it.
That's my headline. I wanted to ask you about Iga. Obviously, the ultimate challenge on clay is her. How do you see that? Is it something you're excited to try and, you know, see how far you've come on this circuit?
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, the last time we played was in Rome, which obviously is heavier and slower, and I think being in Madrid can obviously lean a little bit towards more my advantage. But I mean, it's Iga on clay, so that's the reality of it. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a really great challenge.
I've been asking some of the players this. Yesterday, Pedro Cachin took Rafa's shirt as a souvenir from his match. And I'm wondering, have you ever wanted to take a souvenir from any match you played, or just looking back, oh, I wish I had something from that?
I don't know if I've ever wanted to take like a souvenir, but there have been moments where like in the moment I was like, wow, I wish I could like bottle this moment so that I could revisit it. And I think that one moment for me that really stands out is when I played Serena on Labor Day weekend on Ash, and it was packed, and it was the year she was going for all four, so everyone was there. It was honestly the coolest experience to be able to walk out. Obviously, I lost, which kind of sucked, but I mean, just that moment is something that I think will always forever be one of my favorite tennis memories. I think that it was the year she was in pink. I was in black and pink, and I think she had an all pink outfit.
Maddie, in terms of facing Iga, obviously you've beaten her in Cincinnati. So you have the game style that people kind of point to as being the type of game style that can tactically bother her. What is your mentality going into, like, is that match, is it just going to be swinging big? Are there tactical things that you take from that Cincinnati match that you think will be able to be applied here in Madrid as well?
I definitely think you take things that worked in a win to try to apply them here. But I mean, I think in the same token, she's probably looking at that match and figuring out how to mess me up so that I can't do that. But I mean, I think of all places to play her on clay, I think this is obviously the best scenario just because of the altitude and you can rip a little bit more. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, I just have to try to focus on my side of the net, and that's really all that I can take care of. And I think if I allow myself to play good tennis, I think really anything can happen. Thanks.